Hey folks, I'm Mike. Do you hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I like? Patreon.com/Inkdependence. It keeps this blog ad-free. Hello folks, welcome to Inkdependence.com. I'm Mike. This is Colorverse Cat. As you probably know, Colorverse inks usually come as a set of two. A big one is a 65ml bottle, and then a little one, which is a 15ml bottle. And I'm only going to be talking about the 15ml bottle today because this is the set. So Schrodinger and Cat is the set that you'll get this from, and this is of course a physics thought experiment that they're drawing on for this name, and I think it's a pretty fun name and a pretty cool combo actually. Blue and green are a solid combo together. I don't have the set. Someone gave me this bottle, and I don't remember who because I didn't write it on my card. But it's been about a year, so. If that was you, hey, pop up in the comments, be like, hey, thanks for talking about my ink. I have a sample of Colorverse Schrodinger given to me by my friend Sandra, who I did write down because I started doing that, I guess, at some point. And so we'll do this green a little bit later, but it's time to review this ink because I've had it in a pen for a very long time. This is Colorverse Cat. This is a coloring card, coloring, and you can see there, this is some really neat sheen. Or not sheen, this is shimmer rather. There's sheen. There's a little bit of reddish, pinkish sheen in there, but the real showstopper is this really fine shimmer. And I don't think I've seen shimmer this fine in other inks. Aside from maybe the Pen BBS inks, those seem to have a very fine shimmer as well. But this is special because I think it's kind of like greenish, bluish, I don't know, turquoise shimmer in this blue ink. It's gorgeous. And there's a little bit of pink around the edges. You might think it's pink shimmer, but that's actually, I think, sheen from this ink. You can see up here in the words bit, you don't get, or at least I didn't on this particular bit, get as much of the shimmer as I did sheen, but this is a gorgeous ink all the way around. So let's look at it on as a review. Hold on a sec. So this is Colorverse Cat, and this is my my new writing board that I just got from Galen Leather Company. They have this Walden Woodworkers stuff at their table at the DC show, and this thing is perfect for these reviews and pictures. You're gonna be seeing this a lot because it holds this, made for this Rhodia pad. It's great. I do kind of wish these were not as scratchy on my desk or whatever, but whatever. So Colorverse Cat is, as you can see, a really nice blue. And it behaves pretty darn well. It flows fairly wetly. I've been using it in this pen for, well, almost a year. So I've used up, I don't know. I've probably got a third left of this bottle. It's down to about here-ish. So I'm getting low, and I'm like, oh man, I better review this before I run out of ink, because I just keep filling this pen up with this ink, and it's probably time to finish doing that, and I don't know, move on to a different ink or something. But I really liked it in here. This is a Levenger L-Tech with a broad nib, and it's a fairly, it's a good broad nib for sure. It's a little bit on the wet side maybe, but this ink I think is also a little bit on the wet side, and maybe that's why I haven't had any clogging problems at all. Sound off in the comments below if you've had any kind of clogging problems with these glistening inks from Colorverse, because I just haven't. Colorverse and Pen BBS are really killing it with these glistening inks. And I call them shimmer, they call it glistening. Oh no, yeah it is. It's glistening. It's right here. Right there. Glistening. And also, look at this cute cat. It's adorable. Also, it may be dying. Look up that physics thought experiment if you haven't already. All right. This paper, of course, is Rhodia 80 grams per square meter. The flow, I said, is pretty wet. The performance, there's a little bit of bleed on the 20-pound crap office paper, which is to be expected from a broad nib and a wet ink. Nothing really to see here in terms of feathering. There is a little bit of spread, I think, but also this is 30% recycled 20-pound paper, and it's not exactly ink-proof. So there you go. You can see like everything's coming through this ink except for like this line. What was that one? Oh, franklin-christoph graphite in a medium sig. So yeah, you got a few spots. It's not egregious, but I mean, really, you're probably not going to be writing with this every day. Maybe you are. Maybe you're just a naturally glistening person. But I think for the uses I've been using it for have been on better papers, and so I haven't had any problem at all. Flow is good and all that jazz. Qualities, shimmer, we talked about. And we talked about what pen it was, so good. So here's the thing about these inks, is that I always wish that the thing that was in the small bottle was in the big bottle. I haven't used the Schrodinger one yet, and I hear it's good, but man, a big bottle of this, they could sell a big bottle of this, man. It's 15 mils, that's not that many mils, and they could sell more mils. So I really wish this were available in the bigger bottle, but they just don't do that over at over at Colorverse. So it's super interesting, I think, and more interesting than just like silver or gold shimmer, which is what's pretty standard in the Giherbans and diamine and that sort of thing. You generally get silver or gold, but this is kind of, I don't know, tealy, turquoise, blue, green. It's real neat. All right, let's do a water test real quick, and then look at a bunch of look at it on some other papers, look at it next to some other inks, etc. All right, let's get some water here. Get some water on the words, because hey, why not? Get a little bit of a shimmy. There we go. There we go. And let's wipe it up. I should say that it actually did come through the back of this page a little bit, the swatch up above, just a little bit, but that is kind of odd for rhodia paper. And I actually think that this pad, since the last 3 things I've used on it have kind of cut through it just a little bit, I'm actually thinking this pad is maybe not like top quality usual rhodia stuff, because more things are coming through it than should. Let's see what came through the back here. Anything at all? No, not too bad. A little wrinkly, but not bad. There's the next review down there. But this one came through just a little bit. Not bad, but kind of surprising. I didn't really have this problem on anything else. As you can see, not particularly water resistant. I did get a good bit up here where it had the words. Like, you can still read it, maybe recover your work, but yeah, not water resistant. Keep this one away from the water. Cats don't like water. There you go. Okay, let's look at it on a couple of other papers. Firstly, this is a currently inked book. You'll notice this is not my usual, the one I've been using recently, because I inked this up a long time ago. In fact, right here, 9/23/2018, so almost a year I've been using this ink and this pen. And I mean, look, that's some staying power, and it's because I really like this combo. It's great. Throw this in a broad nib and have a good time with it. But it looks great on this wheat straw paper. I had no problems with it at all. Did it come through the back? Nope. No, none at all. So there's that. Also, Tomoe River. I forgot to write this down in any of my Tomoe River journals. I don't know why, but so I did it like yesterday. So this is a Tomoe River ink journal from inkjournal.com. And here it is. On there. It looks real nice. You get a little bit of that reddish sheen. You're not really seeing that so much on the wheat straw paper for some reason. But there you go. A little bit of reddish sheen. You get some shimmer in there. I think it looks right nice. All right. And of course, behaved just fine. Actually, I did have a little bit of a hard start right here when I was writing this review, and I'm not sure why. I haven't had that problem really with this pen, so I'm thinking maybe just the paper was very slick and it just wasn't catching, or I don't know. Sometimes things like that happen, but yeah, no problems with it coming through to my river or anything like that. All right. Let's see a bunch of things next to this sample. There we go. There's Colorverse Cat. Let's start out with another Colorverse, which is gorgeous, and I keep saying I'm going to get a bottle, and I just haven't done it yet. Going to the San Francisco Pen Show here soon, but I don't know if I'm going to get Colorverse inks at a pen show that I have to fly to. It's going to take up a lot of my liquid allowance, but man, look at that. Super pretty. A little bit different color than Colorverse Cat, I think. They've got some of the same kind of qualities, but it's a different sort of blue. Blue is a big color space, so we're going to have a lot of samples today. Here is Sailor's Kobe number 2, probably Hatoba blue, I'm going to guess. And then one of my very favorites, Monteverde Horizon blue, which is a gorgeous blue as well. Neither of these, of course, are shimmer. I do have one blue shimmer to show you, but it's not really that close. So I think of the two, this is definitely closer to Horizon a little bit, which is my... I don't know, I really like this bright sort of pure blue look that they have going on. Let's see what else we have. We have Lyrebird blue, which is one that I'm a big fan of, and it's one that I've been keeping in this Mew right here. I really like these Lyrebirds from Krishna. They're quite good. The blue and the blue black are both nice. Slightly different color, more purple than Colorverse Cat. Colorverse Cat doesn't really lean purple, which is nice because it has this bit of red sheen. Then we've got, here we go, 2018's Monteverde DC Pen Show Super Show Blue, which is a great blue. If you can find this in a store, I'd say grab a bottle because it is inexpensive and it is a great blue. So check that out. Way darker than Colorverse Cat, though. Next up, Straits Pens, Honest Inks, Poor Man Sapphire. This is meant to mimic Parker Penman Sapphire. It does a pretty good job. This is from my friend Kimberly. Thank you very much. I got to put that in a pen. I forgot to get a bottle of this in DC. I don't know why. I'll have to get a bottle whenever I see it next, but it looks really nice. Again, a deeper blue than Colorverse Cat. Colorverse Cat is different than any other blue I actually have. And then this is Sailor Ink Studio number 840, which is from my friend Terry. And beautiful sort of blue-black. It's got some of the same tones, and that's why I brought it in here, but this is much darker. All right, and lastly, a new shimmery ink that just came out on the scene this year. This is, well, I think they've dropped the J, so it's probably just Airball. 1798 Kyanite du Nepal. And it's a beautiful ink, very nice blue, but not actually very close to Colorverse Cat at all. Different color shimmer. This is just silver shimmer as opposed to like the green-blue shimmer, and it's also a lot lighter than this one. It's cooler in tone than this one. So there you go. All right, so this has been Colorverse Cat, which I quite like, and I think you should probably check out. If you're at all into these shimmery inks, or you want to, I don't know, address a letter or something, like, you know, keep in mind it's not water resistant, so like put a piece of tape over that or something. But if you want to address a letter, you want to have a card look fancy, you want to write just a fancy note to yourself, or I don't know, a fancy shopping grocery list, man. I don't care what you do with it. Check out Colorverse Cat because it's pretty cool. You can find it in lots of stores online, and it goes for 30 to 36 bucks as half of that Schrodinger and Cat set. You can only get this in the 15 ml bottle, like I said. This seems to be on sale right now at penboutique.com for 30 bucks for the set. I don't know how long that's going to last, so if you're viewing this a while after I post it, I don't know if it's going to still be there, but it might, so, you know, check it out. But this looks to be a very cool set. Here is, again, the other color in that set, which is this nice green, which I think is very, very nice little green. All right, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.